for tuning in. On this episode of Dance Garage, we are replacing this up here because it is broken, clearly. And we are also replacing the window seal down here because it just shot currently. Let's see how that turns out. I hope it's good. Hey Dan, run that intro!
Hey Gearheads, thanks for tuning in. Like Ashley said, we're going to be replacing this because it's broken, and this is all torn up down here, so the window felts and the window track, and the front piece here as well. So we're going to go ahead and we'll open up the door. We're going to take the window out, clean out the whole mechanism, make sure the window's going up and down smoothly, and we'll do it all by getting started with the door. May need to grease that a little. Alright, we're going to start by removing the door panel. To get the window crank and the door handle off, you need one of these specialty tools. You just bring it right up behind it, and if it was put together correctly last time, you want to keep your hand on the back just in case it flies off. But this should pop the pin off nice and easy for you. These probably need to be replaced. And this shows you how this tool slides in, just like that, to displace this clip. And you want to make sure you keep that clip on there. And then when you put it back on, you just pop it right back on. So, same thing with the door handle. You want to go in from where the door handle is. Again, if they were put on correctly, keep your hand on the back just in case it goes flying, and pops right off. And this is the horseshoe clip. So you want to put it back on this way, so the next guy or girl that goes to take them off can take it off the right way with that special tool. You can pry them off with a screwdriver or something like that, but I don't recommend that. Just go get the tool. Not that expensive. The door handle should be held in place with 2 Phillips head screws, unless that's been changed. So, we're about to find out. And you just have 4 screws down here. It looks like these have been replaced. I think the Incredible Hulk tightened this one. Feels like it's snapping. Oh, it's snapping. Darn. Oh well. Oh, where'd you go? Running away. Once you get those out, it'll just pop out of the bottom here. It may have some adhesive on it, like this one seems to have. And then it is in this channel, so you want to pull it down slightly. Beware of these holes. And it should just, you might have to loosen it up a little bit, and it'll pull down at some point. There it goes. Alright. Most of these door screws are going to be huge button head Phillips screws. I did get some hex heads to replace them just because it'll be easier next time. I do like to take everything apart and kind of tap and drill all the holes so we know everything will go back together nicely. We're going to start with this back window track, this one that's in here, which is these 2 screws down here and this one up here. And you may want to hit all these with a little bit of penetrating oil before you start. It'll just make everything easier once you get there. Now once it does start turning a little bit, turn it back and just kind of go back and forth just to make sure that it's loosening correctly. There's going to be rust and junk in there. These are older trucks, so instead of just trying to wrench it off, it'll snap like that one did on the panel, the door panel. So I found with these, if you just go back and forth, just keep going a little more loose each time, and it'll usually come out pretty good. These are pretty good bolts. You can reuse the originals if you want to. Like I said, I may do that, or I may just replace them. But I definitely will chase all the threads before I put everything together. So we'll take these 2 out and that one, and then we'll get that channel out. Once you get that loose, bring the window all the way up. Pull that track down. We have to twist it to get it out of here. As you can see, it's pretty twisted up on the bottom anyway, so that's probably giving us problems. So we'll probably straighten this out. You can buy these new if you want. And of course, this is the part we're replacing, which is brittle. So now, you know, I recommend always putting the screws back in here so you don't lose them. And then we'll tap these also. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take the door lock mechanism out, because that'll just make it easier for me to be messing with this window up and down. So take my cool little door lock off. Apparently wasn't screwed on anyway. So we're going to take these 3 screws out, and we're also going to take these 3 screws out. Hit it with a hammer. Sometimes you can hit them with a hammer a little bit to get the rust off, or relieve your stress. The key switch on the inside is where your key goes in to lock and unlock from the outside. It's easiest to just pull this whole thing off by pulling out this piece here. So let's see if I can show you that with one hand on the camera. Usually if you just rock that back and forth a little bit. Now we can grab the door lock here, the latch mechanism, the door lock, inside handle piece. Now you want to keep in mind how this is put together if you're going to take it apart and clean it up, which I will. And now we have all that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and lower the window back down. And it is going to get real flimsy at this point because there's not much holding it together anymore. And then we're actually going to slide the glass all the way to the back. And that's going to get us these 2 screws here, and then you have 3 screws up here. And then we'll be able to go ahead and get the vent window out. Since we're replacing the door felt and the window seal, we're going to go ahead and pull them out because it'll help us to get this vent window out. So these basically just kind of pry them out. So these, if you have the new ones, you see how the clips are. The easiest way to get them out is just kind of twist it to kind of loosen them up. You want to tape off your paint and be very careful with it, unless your truck is patina like mine. And then once you loosen that up, you can use one of these kind of tools if you have them. And basically what you want to do is just go down inside here, and you want to pull it up. Now that one broke because it's old, but basically these are the clips. So what I was doing was separating it, which kind of opens this one up, opens up this one, and then putting the hook tool underneath it and hooking it from here and pulling it up. We could do the same on the outside track, just separate it a little bit and then put the hook tool under there and just kind of pry it out. Okay, now with all of that out of the way, we can get the vent glass out. So we're going to tilt it back, and we're going to go on the inside of the door, and we're going to clock it 90 degrees towards the inside of the door, because there is a bracket down here at the back that you got to get out. We'll set that aside for cleaning. Alright, now looking inside the door, you have this little round bump stop. This is a rubber piece, and if you take this off, you can lower your glass all the way down and pull it out. Now it is old and rubber, so it may break, and you do need it so you don't roll your window all the way down when it's finished. So you may want to get some of these and replace them. Otherwise, you got to take the whole window mechanism off. But we'll go ahead and pop this sucker off and show you how the glass comes out. Look at that, I got it off without breaking it. Okay, now with that bump stop out of the way, what you can do is lower the glass all the way down and slide it all the way forward, and that will allow it to pop out of the track, and I'll show you why. Hey Gearhead, sorry to butt in on you, but when I finished editing this video, it was about 20 minutes long, a little longer actually, so I wanted to cut it down to 10 minutes, so it's going to be a two-parter, so make sure you come back next Thursday at 7 for the finale, and the bloopers will be there too.
Well, that's it for this episode. You can leave comments below, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications when new videos are uploaded.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, stay positive, keep on wrenching.